you.
I wanted to ask you, everyone always expects the U.S. team to win. The world champions, best team in the world. Circumstances are unusual now. You haven't played in a long time, and you're playing a top team on the road. How do you balance that always desire to win with the needs of getting players back up to speed and mixing players who are at different levels of form and fitness right now?
Yes, Steve, we're not going to balance that. The desire to win is always going to be there. I mean, that's just the way this team is, and that's the way these players are wired, and that's the player that this staff is wired, and that's how this environment functions. So we're not going to try to balance one with the other. The desire will be there to win. We're going to do everything possible to win, and that will be our mindset. But with that being said, nowhere close to our best to our physical preparation, and not even technical and mental. Mental preparation. We've been off for so many months. First game after a while. Some players haven't touched the ball for almost a year. Some players haven't touched the ball for 6 months. We only have literally only few players that are 90 minutes ready. But we're very well aware of it, and doing everything possible to get everyone up to speed. And we knew coming into this camp that we're going to have to take a step back before we take 2 steps forward. And part of the reason is because the big gap between the games. But we had to take a couple of days to rehearse some of the things and repeat some of the things before we start adding the new layers.
Great. Thanks, Vlatko.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Let's go to Jeff Kassouf. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Vlatko, Jeff Kassouf, the Equalizer. Thanks for taking the time. Along those lines, I mean, you kind of answered clearly there about wanting to win. Just curious, from a what you want to see perspective, is it a chance to take an ideal 11 in your head and see what they do after so much time off? Or do you also want to see a newer player that's in the environment in a game like this?
A little bit of both. So I definitely want to see the players that they've been on this team for a long period of time, because I haven't seen them play in 8 months now. So I'm excited to see them on the field first, but I'm excited to see them together, and I'm excited to see where this team is, because we can see on training, we scrimmage against each other, we play, we train, but until we put them on a real test, and especially a team like Netherlands, we don't know where we're at. So it will be a great opportunity for us to see that, and in the same time, we're going to take this opportunity to introduce some of the new players to the environment and the game or match type environment.
And just along the mental side that you mentioned, tomorrow being Thanksgiving, do you try to do anything to kind of make it feel a little home for the players? Is there any plan?
Yes, of course. We're gonna try to give them a little taste of home, just so they don't feel nostalgic at all. The staff has an early morning turkey trot, so yes, we're gonna try to do a little bit of everything.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jeff. Let's go to Jonathan Tannenwald. Go ahead, JT.
Thank you, Aaron. Hi again, Vlatko. Jonathan Tannenwald from Philadelphia. One of those worked, Aaron. Thank you.
All right, that was my bad. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You've mentioned here for a moment sort of the players that you want to see and your expectations and so on. What have you seen from Alex Morgan this week, and what are your expectations for her? And what have you seen from Sophia Smith this week, and what are your expectations for her?
Yes, both players have done an incredible job, and for Alex to be back after so many months away from the national team is first incredible to have her here, but also we can see the excitement. She is very excited to be part of the group, and she's excited to help out this team, and excited to just get back into the group and into what we're trying to do. In terms of the game, I'm pretty sure she's gonna get minutes. We still don't know how many minutes because we're pretty sure she's not 90-minute ready. But we'll try to get whatever we feel like it's maximum for her, where she would be helpful or be able to help the team. In terms of Sophie, just like Alex, she's very excited, and she does so much to learn, not just from the coaches but from the players. She has been very open to any constructive criticism from the players. She spent a lot of times with the players that are playing in her position, that are a lot more experienced, and absorbing all the knowledge that she can. So with her, we're looking forward to see her on the field as well. So if the game and allows us and the tactics allow, we may see Sophie on the field as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, JT. Let's go to Har. Har, you're up.
Hi, Coach Vlatko. It's really nice to see you. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us, and happy Thanksgiving. I have two quick questions. I was wondering if COVID cases in the United States, if they don't get worse, and that's a big ask, I'm wondering what is the plan going forward for the She Believes Cup that would start on February 8th.
So first, happy Thanksgiving to you too, Har. In terms of the COVID cases and She Believes, as of right now, we operate like everything will be well and everything will be normal, and we're really looking forward to not just She Believes, but the January camp, She Believes, and everything in the future. And until they tell us otherwise, we're gonna do everything possible to be ready for those games and those camps.
And as a Canadian, I was wondering, with the proximity of Canada and the U.S. and rapid COVID testing and quarantining, would it make sense to maybe have a game with Canada? There could be a bubble, perhaps. Have those discussions at all taken place between the two federations?
I don't know if they've taken place between two federations, but in terms of how we work, I've expressed interest to play Canada in conversation with the general manager, Kate Margraf. And basically, it's not just Canada. I've expressed interest to play the 10 best teams in the world. And if you see the schedule, and in terms of She Believes, and coming here to Netherlands, and the schedule that we had that was supposed to happen, we were supposed to play Germany, Australia, every team that was in top 10. That was my goal. I wanted to test this team against some of the best, and Canada being one of them would be a great challenge for us.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks. Let's go on to Graham Hayes. G, you're up.
Hi, Vlatko.
Hey, Graham.
Appreciate you being here. This is not the most hard-hitting of questions for Matchday -1, but I'm just curious what you remember about your first Thanksgiving in the States, and also along with that, kind of what does a normal Thanksgiving look like in your home in Kansas City?
So first, I can't remember what the first Thanksgiving looked like. I was probably trying to learn what Thanksgiving is and what it actually represents. But in Kansas City is a mix of American and Macedonian food, and lots of family around. So yes, we're enjoying the holiday very much.
What is the Macedonian food contributions to the meal?
Different types of food, but we definitely have some meat pie. The meat pie is always presented on the table, and then of course we gotta have turkey. I mean, gotta have turkey on the table.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Vlatko.
One day, I want to try Vlatko's wife's meat pies. I've heard great things about them. We're going to go to Daniel from Univision. Go ahead, Daniel.
Thank you, Aaron. Hi, Vlatko. How are you? Thank you for taking the time. I just want to ask if you feel that the recent arrivals to European teams from some members of the national team can help to improve, or are you expecting that? And if you have some thoughts on Maradona's death early today. Thank you.
Yes. So first on Maradona's death, I mean it's very sad. You know, he's one of the best players, if not the best player that has ever played this game, and I'm sure any human being and any sport lover, and especially soccer lover, is being saddened by the death of the king of this game. In terms of the players that are playing internationally, whether they're gonna be able to help us in this game, absolutely. You know, we're talking about some of the best players, and most of them have been starters for a long time on this team. So we're very much excited to have them back in camp. Yeah.
Thank you. I get the feeling that John Bobbiak is going to ask about Colorado players, so why not? Go ahead, John.
Thank you, Aaron. You are so intuitive.
Yes.
All right. Coach, thank you for your time. My question is about Jaylene Howell from Colorado. When Lindsay tested positive with the COVID-19 antigen, you were quick to select Jaylene as her replacement. I'm sure you had options, but why did you pick her? And was there something you saw in her performance here in Colorado when you held your 10-day camp in Denver? Thank you.
So the reason why we selected Jay was because Lindsay's from Colorado. She was out, so we need to bring another person from Colorado. No, all jokes aside, Jay has been tremendous this year, and we followed Jay in college, but also that was the reason why we brought her in October camp. And when she came in October, she did an incredible job, fit in very well, and was picking up on the things that we were trying to do from the game model and game idea very quick, which is very, very positive, and allowed her to be selected for this upcoming camp, or at least be in the talks for this camp, which is, we call it a game camp. That means that we have a game, so she can step in and play if we need her to play. So when Lindsay tested positive, we looked at different profiles of the players in different in the same position, and it seemed like Jaylene was the highest pick because of where she stood in terms of fitness, physicality, mental preparedness, game shape, position that she plays, and the profile of the player that we needed.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
All right, we only have one more hand raised, so this will be the last question unless anyone else raises their hand. It's Alex Ozzie again. Go ahead, Alex. May I ask you to unmute? Go ahead.
Hey there, Vlatko. I'm with NBC Sports and On Her Turf. Curious a little bit more about Alex Morgan. So back when she announced her pregnancy, she was always adamant that she was planning on competing at the Tokyo Olympics when they were scheduled for July 2020. Obviously, I think it's a benefit to her that the games have been pushed back a year. I'm curious for you in your planning for the roster and the team, just how you've thought about her as a potential contributor to the team, both when she announced her pregnancy and once the games were postponed, and now that you've seen her play again.
Yeah, so when Alex announced her pregnancy, she immediately announced that she'll do everything possible to get ready for the Olympics. And like you said, the Olympics getting postponed just helped her in the whole process. I said this earlier, and I'll say it again. I've been very pleasantly surprised, not surprised, but I've gained so much respect for the decision that Alex made to go to England because we know it's a strange world that we all live in. We know it's hard time, and for her to make a decision in the middle of pandemic to take her kid to move to a team or environment where she feels that it will be good structured environment to prepare her to prepare her individually so she can be better for this team it's incredible. I think it deserves so much respect, and it just shows how serious she is and how committed she is to herself, her individual game, but also how committed she is to this team. And it's just a sign of a true leader that leader by example, which shows the young players that in order to be on this team, it's not just being good, but it comes with lots of sacrifices, and whether it's a family time or fun or whatever it comes in line. And I think it's a great message that she sends. And once again, I'm very excited to have her back in camp, and she's definitely in the mix for the Olympics.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Looks like Jonathan Tannenwald has another question, so go ahead, JT.
Thank you, Aaron. Given the opportunity, I'll take it. What have you seen, Vlatko, from the goalkeepers this week? And do you have a sense of your plan for tomorrow yet in that regard? Or tomorrow, Friday, sorry, in that regard.
So the goalkeepers have been absolute warriors. They go on the field before the team, and they stay with the team and stay after the team leaves. And as a staff, we go early on the field just to watch the goalkeepers train, because I think that they're the ones that set up the pace for the training for the rest of the team, of set up the intensity, set up the energy, the enthusiasm. And when the staff goes there just to watch them train with our goalkeeper coach, Philip Pulley, it just energizes us. It just fires us up and everybody else around. So I'm very thankful for the group of goalkeepers that we have in camp, and they have all done an incredible job. Obviously, the experience that Alisa has and the level of goalkeeper that she's at, she's a little bit ahead of Jane and Aubrey, but we're very happy with where Jane and Aubrey are right now, and how far they've developed in the last couple of camps.
Thank you. Good luck Friday.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, JT. Really, thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us on day before Thanksgiving. We really appreciate it. And hopefully everyone enjoys the match on Friday. I know we will for sure. So thanks, Vlatko, and thanks, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.